All right, so today I'm continuing with the execution plan for the SEO that I put together with the help of Cursor and some MCP servers. I'm going to be submitting the URL to Google Search Console, where it'll be able to then look at what the stats are on a day-to-day basis as far as the keywords that are being looked up, the traffic coming to the site. And so uh, from what I researched, I'm submitting specifically the domain to the MCP, so without the www. And I'm gonna also be doing the next step, which is the day 3 around kind of finalizing, top keywords, low hanging fruit, keyword phrases to work on ranking for, and I'm going to use the data for SEO MCP to do that. So I'd already put in the URL prefix previously. In this case, we're putting in the domain, and so that will be able to cover subdomains that I have a couple of subdomains for actually different kinds of offers that I've done. So one is like my domain is pinterestmedia.com, but then I have subdomain for build.pinterestmedia.com, one for agent.pinterestmedia.com, content.pinterestmedia.com. So it'll encompass traffic and activity on those other sites. And then I think it takes a day or two for it to process. And then I'll be able to start checking activity that comes in on the site. All right, then from there, I also have to submit the sitemap. So I queried Cursor to tell me a little bit about what I need to do, how to find that sitemap and what I need to do with it. And so that means copying and pasting that sitemap and putting it onto the Google Search Console also. And so go ahead here. And so I had Cursor give me some info on that. So copy and pasted the sitemap, which is within the project file. So it's popping up here. And so it will encompass all the pages that are currently on my site, which are currently just 8 pages that will build over time as I add content and add more information to the page. And then the robot.txt, I then learned is in the public file within the project. So I'm looking that up here just to verify that. And that should actually be it for this part. And then what's next is, as I mentioned, doing further research on the keywords that I'd already had Cursor do an analysis on. So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste that day 3 information there. So skipping ahead to that next day now and pasting that into Cursor, and then just kind of modifying that query a little bit so that it makes sense. I don't currently have content pieces to map keywords to or anything, since this is basically starting from the beginning. And we're going to be using the DataForSEO MCP server and then processing that. So it starts to call it, uses the Google Ads search volume endpoint, and that's coming through that data for SEO MCP server. And I was looking at the keyword data trends, and then it'll give me back after some more queries. It queried probably about 7 or 8 times, and it'll give me back this sheet with keyword strategy, a validation sheet. Then I'll go ahead and just paste that onto a Google Doc. And then I'll push the modifications onto GitHub. So we have this posted onto that execution plan Google Doc, just so we have it here. Some of the info may overlap with what's already on the roadmap, but just to make sure that we're sort of documenting any progress that's happening. And that's going to be it for this day. And the next step is going to be starting to get into Google Analytics.